This one thing is going to make or break your online business. Let's get to it. Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Jeffrey and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe for more content related to e-commerce, dropshipping, entrepreneurship, everything else in between. Now, like the content, if you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, comment down below what you want to see next, turn the bell notifications on, and like the video as it helps with reaching more people. Now, I usually do respond to all the comments, so make sure to leave a comment if you have any questions. So today we want to talk about everything about customer feedback score and how to combat it, and why it's important. I mentioned in my previous video that very briefly about customer feedback and how it's impacted me negatively, and I really want to shed more light into it to make sure that you don't fall into the same trap and how you can maintain a high score. And I'll kind of explain later on why it's important and things like that. So let's get right to the video. Also, be sure to stay until the end of the video because I will be sharing a secret/hack for you guys to really increase your customer feedback score, or at least at the very least maintain it. So stick to the end of the video. So basically, I just want to cover first of all, what is customer feedback score? Customer feedback score is actually when Facebook sends a survey to your past customers and they kind of ask them about their experience with buying from you. And this can be actually very deadly because they're usually anonymous, which means that you're not able to see them, and when they leave a comment, you can't really tell who's actually commenting. So that's going to be really deadly because your buyers can actually be brutally honest. So once they've had a negative experience with your store, they can actually make anything up, just to put you down or just to make you have a bad rating of some sort. Even when it means that they haven't received their item, they just give you a one-star rating and say the quality is bad, whatever, because it's completely up to them. So right now I have a screenshot here for you to kind of see. I actually took the screenshot somewhere in one of the groups that I'm in for dropshipping, and it's going to look something like this. I'm not too sure where it's kind of placed, but it will look something like this. Like if you bought something from this advertiser, help others by rating your experience, your advertisers, your response won't be shared on your timeline. And then you can rate either dissatisfied, neutral, or satisfied. And that usually contributes to your customer feedback score. Now that said, why should you care? Why should you care about customer feedback score? Well, it's because Facebook is getting more and more stringent on the customer feedback score and your overall page score. And they're trying to basically hunt down all the advertisers that don't really care about their customer experience or like how well the product is, or kind of the shipping speed and all that. These are just one of the few metrics that we'll talk about later on that contributes to the score. So basically, they're just trying to weed out all the bad advertisers who don't really care about the experience, and preventing them from further advertising. Because Facebook actually wants to maintain their reputation as well, and they want to keep everything more organized and trustworthy and credible as a platform. So basically, once your score reaches below a certain threshold, your account will get penalized. Usually if it's below a 2 out of 5, then it will usually result to high CPMs, cost per impressions, lower reach, and it can actually be a huge difference between being profitable and unprofitable in the front end. And penalization basically means that you're paying the same amount for lower reach. So you can also say that you're paying a bit more for the same amount of reach because let's say a person who is running an advertisement gets a better score than you, or with a better product or same product, they can actually reach more people potentially, assuming you all have the same creatives and ads and targeting and stuff like that. So definitely not a good sign for you. And below 1.0 usually means that your ad gets disabled. Now, unfortunately, mine did get disabled. A couple days ago, I mentioned how I had a low feedback score, and 2 days ago or so, I realized that they did disable an account, unfortunately. And that means that usually you can no longer advertise on this page anymore. So I guess it's a wake-up call for you guys to really learn from mistakes and to make sure that you are taking care of your customer feedback score and your customer experience. So right now we're just going to talk about the few metrics that they're really looking for when it comes to contributing towards customer feedback score. So the first one is going to be being clear about what you're trying to offer or selling. And very important is to do your supplier research and your supplier due diligence before you offer the product and you advertise it. And before you do that, you should check the supplier ratings, the feedback score, the comments on the individual products, how it is, how other people's experience was, and things like that. Usually you can tell on the product page itself. On the top left corner, it'll say the feedback score, and then supplier ratings, you can see it on the top left score as well. The product rating, you can see it right below the name of the product, and then you can just scroll down to see the comments and what people are saying about the product and whether it works or not. You can actually order the product yourself as well to verify the quality. This is especially important when you're trying to scale a product, because you don't want to be scaling a bad product, as it will lead to a lot of chargebacks, refunds, and disputes, which we'll cover later on. If you're doing apparel, be sure to order the product first of all to verify the quality and have someone wear it, or ask your supplier to get someone to wear the item on your behalf. So any colleague or any model that they have, that are in-house, and yeah, make sure that it really fits and it actually looks good on someone. That's most important. Size charts as well must be listed. It's completely a must, and as well as a size guide. So that's recommended because usually people don't know what their sizes are. Sometimes they might go with just their natural sizes, which you should actually highlight as well, that the size guides actually could be different, because in China it's actually kind of different than the sizes in the States or North America. So make sure you have the conversion charts and the size guides in place, as it will help a lot with the the return and stuff. Even though that people don't look at it, you still have it there. So second one is going to be shipping. You should be clear about your shipping times. Either have your shipping times listed in your product page, like due to high demand, this product might be delivered in 2 to 3 weeks, or because we source products from all around the world to give you a good price, please expect 3 to 4 weeks delivery time, just to get them informed and try to find a way to justify that shipping time. As well as that, you should also include it in your FAQ. You should already have an FAQ in the first place, and your confirmation email. That's what I like to do. The confirmation email, I would say something like, please expect your delivery to take around 2 to 3 weeks because of high demand, or also notice that maybe consider the package might not arrive at the same time, things like that, just some disclaimer stuff. So most important here is to be transparent as you can for shipping. And tracking information, tracking numbers should also be provided so the customers can be updated every step of the way. Usually I use the app called AfterShip. It's really helpful for keeping customers updated, keeping them happy. And as well, you should also work with your supplier and communicate with them on improving your shipping speed. Usually when you have you're doing a large scale, a larger volume, you actually have the negotiation power to kind of talk about better shipping times and how you can improve. So you can definitely look into that. And once you're at scale as well, you can also consider fulfillment centers, aka third-party logistics, 3PL. You can look into the States ones, the UK, Australia, the Big Five. Depending on what country is working best for you and is selling the best, you can have a fulfillment center in that particular country. So the third one I think is most important, and the one you should consider is customer service. You have to basically make sure your return and refund policies are clear and fair, and that your customer service rep is actually kind of honoring these policies. I thought I could get away with a stringent return policy, as that's what I used to have. I would usually just basically have returns only when the item is flawed, and then give them the refund afterwards. But it turns out a lot of people were kind of complaining about, oh, your refund policy sucks, it's not fair or whatever, and they just give you 1-star rating, which is ridiculous in my opinion. But that's how it is, and they literally will give you a negative rating for not having good policies, as you just mentioned, so you don't want to have that. So basically, make sure you allow for refunds and returns despite it being flawed or not. So if they want to return a refund, just give them a refund. It's not worth the battle, not worth the fight. And try to respond within 24 hours for your customer service. Be quick and responsive, and people can actually rate you negatively for not receiving the item, or if you're not being responsive within 48 hours or more. So make sure you have that. So if you're not doing this yourself, make sure to hire a good VA. I would actually recommend getting a good VA because it actually takes a lot of your time and it's mentally draining. And I hate customer service because that's probably the worst part of all this stuff. If you're just new though, you should really understand what good customer service means, so that you kind of know what to expect for your virtual assistant when it comes to how to respond, how to deal with angry customers, stuff like that. So maybe YouTube some tutorials on how to do customer service, or look into what a good customer service look like, and kind of base your, I guess, judgment around there. Basically, all these, on top of that bad feedback score that might happen, you'll actually be hit with an increase in PayPal disputes, refunds, returns, chargebacks, and limitations. So either way, you would want to consider these anyway, as it should help you in the long term and short term. So as well, here you can see that I can actually provide you with a customer feedback score link, so you can check that yourself. Usually a 2, your feedback score should be above a 2.5 out of 5. You want to kind of maintain a score between a 3 to a 4, preferably a 4+. That is a healthy range. So this is just a screenshot of everything I just said in summary, and you can just take a look at it yourself. This is actually a screenshot of basically directly from Facebook, which is more clear and more concise on what I just talked about, basically. So yeah, these are just the 3 points that you should really consider for customer feedback. I know that people don't really talk about this much. A lot of people talk about finding winning products and stuff like that, but this is just one of the dark sides of dropshipping, and it's something you have to really consider. So I thought I'd make this video to make you guys, understand that and be more transparent in this industry, because a lot of people are actually not being honest enough, and they just flex their numbers and they don't really talk about the dark side. So I just want to be fully honest and tell you guys that there is the stuff that you have to worry about. And yeah. So anyway, back to the secret how I was going to talk about. Thanks for staying in to the end of the video. So basically, this is my this is going to be one of my stores. As you can see, my ad is disabled now, 0.9, unfortunately, because of all that stuff I had to talk about and take care of. I didn't do it early enough, so hopefully you don't do the same thing. But basically, you can set the delivery speed. You can just click on delivery speed right here, and then you can set it to, let's say, 5 weeks or 4 weeks. And then you can enter the countries that you're targeting, and then set it to 4 weeks delivery, so people can actually have a clear expectation of when the product will arrive. So that should help you really maintain your customer service and customer feedback score, and things like that. So after you've done that, you just click on save. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for tuning in, and comment down below what you want to see next, or what you think. Also, be sure to join the Facebook group that is going to be linked in the description. So make sure to join that. I do give a lot of free value and try to be very active in there and answer any questions you guys might have. So yeah, be sure to leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and like the video, as it'll help with the algorithm and reach more people, so I can help as many people as possible. So yeah, that's about it for today, and thanks for tuning in, guys. Take care.